I'll just give you a few examples, recent examples in the last 20 years or so. In 2002, Venezuela experienced a brief U.S.-backed right-wing coup against socialist President Hugo Chavez. In Honduras, they witnessed a successful U.S.-backed right-wing military coup in 2009 against the left-wing President Manuel Zelaya. In Ecuador, there was an unsuccessful violent right-wing coup attempt in 2010 against President Rafael Correa. Paraguay saw a successful U.S.-backed right-wing parliamentary coup in 2012 against President Fernando Lugo. Brazil underwent a successful U.S.-backed right-wing parliamentary coup in 2016 against President Dilma Rousseff. Venezuela again faced an unsuccessful right-wing coup attempt in 2014 against President Nicolas Maduro. Bolivia experienced a temporarily successful violent right-wing U.S.-backed coup in 2019. And then in just 2 years ago, in 2022, Peru had a U.S.-backed right-wing coup against President Pedro Castillo. And Colombia, right now, is currently facing the threat of a right-wing sort of soft coup attempt against their left-wing president, Gustavo Petro. Now, as you will notice, the United States has more than one technique for pursuing regime change. Now, I'm bringing all of this up because very often, just as Latin America was the original laboratory for the neoliberal shock doctrine, it's also been a laboratory for techniques of regime change and domination. So my point is, we are very likely to see the U.S. Using these techniques against the BRICS nations and against the Muslim nations that defy Western hegemony. In my opinion, one obvious candidate for interference is going to be South Africa, where the Democratic Alliance, so-called Democratic Alliance, is seeking to unseat the ANC government. And the Democratic Alliance is supported by the United States. They're pro-Zionist, pro-Israel, anti-BRICS, and they want to reverse all of the advances that South Africa has made as an independent political and economic and moral actor on the world stage. So I think that South Africa is currently being targeted for something like a soft coup and interference in their elections and in their campaigning by means of the United States through the National Endowment for Democracy and maybe through other organs of state power and private sector power to funnel money into the Democratic Alliance and build them up and try to use them to unseat the ANC, which went through their own sort of neoliberal phase when they first came to power after the end of apartheid. But they're returning more now to their roots, which is more concerned with the actual social welfare and not so much with the rampant neoliberal capitalist approach, corporate approach to the economy. Not to mention the fact, obviously, with the case against the ICJ, South Africa they have a very large target on their backs. And I think that because it is a democratic system, the U.S. is most likely going to try to pursue regime change in South Africa by interfering with the elections. If they can do it through simply outfunding the ANC by pouring funding and donations and contributions and providing technical assistance to the Democratic Alliance, then they'll do it that way. If they can't guarantee that they can do it that way, then they'll probably try to tamper with the election itself. So there need to be, I think, there's an election coming up in a couple of months, shortly after Ramadan, I believe. So I think it's in May. Anyone in South Africa who cares about their government and cares about having a representative government and is proud of the positions and the stances that South Africa has taken, you need to definitely turn out to vote, and you need to definitely try to ensure that the elections are monitored by independent monitors to ensure that there's no funny business being undertaken by the United States and its agents.